Hello, planet Earth. I'm Brooke Nicole, and I'll be your MC. And welcome to the mystery of circle. Now, some of you might be like, what is circle, Brooke? What is circle? Why do you keep saying that? And I mean circle in this way. Anyone through all time and space who will be watching this video, hearing it somewhere through the ether, through all time and space, is part of our circle. Part of our gathering, our group here. So whether you are joining together in physical circle, whether you are joining together, watching this video, hearing these words, you're part of this circle, you're part of this audience. And audience, I'd like to remove that word. It's circle, it's part of the group and the collective consciousness. Your energy coming here is directly informing what it is that I'm going to say, how I'm going to move, the voices that are going to come out of my mouth and the words that are going to come out of my mouth, the song, the movement, all of that. Because in the mystery of circle, my agreement and my offering to you all and to myself and to be her now, the her that I know that I am, the her that I have brilliance in my heart and mind to be. Giving her the channel, the clarity, the confidence and the love to show up here and go, this is what I know and this is my story. That's mystery. And it's conversational. So let me get back into circle. Come on. So you might be like, well, how can it be conversational when it's a video and I'm watching it and you recorded it a long time ago? How is it a conversation? As a channel, as the teacher, the knowledgeable leader within me. We all have this within us, right? The knowledgeable leader that we have in us, the one who can say, well, this is my experience and this is why I know what I know. That channel feels for the energy that's coming in. This is something I've learned from my teachers. This is something I learned from just observing people around me. I've been hosting a women's circle for over a year now in here. And when I first started doing it, all I did was show up, y'all. All I did was show up and trust that whatever was going to happen, whoever was going to arrive was coming in at divine timing, was going to be bringing in their magic to activate me as well. Because I knew that just as much as I'm a mirror to these people, just as much as I'm a teacher or a leader to these people, they are also that to me. Because we're in a circle. You feel me? And so I want to talk today about being her. Being her. And I'll talk to you about that by being me, because I'm the her that I am, right? I came in this body, I've had this experience, this lifetime, and so this is what I know. And for those of you that don't know me, again, my name is Brooke, and I've lived some life just as we all have, and I'm here to aid and assist now in the ascension and the awakening of our planet, okay? And all the beings within and on this planet, Gaia, the source okay, we'll back that up a little bit. The source energy of our planet, the spirit of our earth, Gaia. I'm here to aid and assist in the ascension and the up-leveling of our planet. With that goes along all of us. All beings around planet Earth, we're all awakening in this here and now moment. And the symptoms of it are undeniable. Sometimes it feels like growing pains in the body. Sometimes it feels like detox in the body. Ascension symptoms can be mind expanding. All of a sudden you're saying things and you know how they sound, right? Because you used to know how that kind of stuff sounds, right? But these things that are coming into clarity and truth in your mind, that are expansive beyond what this matrix, the programming of this world has taught us to believe. Religions, school, or society, all of that. Awakenings into truth, into unity consciousness, and what it is to manifest from source, from co-creation with source. These are all awakenings that we have in a multidimensional way. We are multidimensional beings, and so being her now, for me, means a whole lot. It means a whole lot. It means all of my lifetime experience, and we'll give it to you in a teeny tiny nutshell, okay? So this is the video book, for instance, but it's not the long version. I was born into a family in the 80s in the US of A, and it was in the Texas Bible Belt, and my soul, I know, was like, yep, that's what I'll do. I'll come in and I'll know that my family is feeling God, and I will have this experience, and I will connect with my source no matter what, because I have this religion, right? That's a soul contract that I made. But as part of that, part of my awakening process, it was actually truly connecting into source through all those years, coming up through the religion and all of the journey that I moved through. Within that, to pray the prayer, to manifest, to say the mantra, let me love like you do. Let me have the eyes of Christ. Let me have the heart of Christ. I want to walk your road. I want to feel how you feel. I want to love the way you love. I sang those words out. I spoke those words out. I wrote them down. I wrote poetry about it. I wanted this in my heart, right? And so as life moved along, I became a teen mother, y'all. And for those of you who are watching, back from my high school days, what's up out there on Facebook land, and those up on YouTube, peace, thank you for subscribing. We need some more followers so we can go live, But back in those days, I was on this track. I had a plan. I was going to go to the university that everybody wants to go to in Texas. Well, it depends on... Oh, see, we've been gone too long. If you know, you know. I had a plan. I wanted to go do these things, and all of a sudden, my soul in the universe was like, nah, psh, baby, right? And it changed the world. It changed the world. My world became, that was the zenith point in which everything changed for me in ways that were just massive, and I know you can all relate to that. Things happen in life, and then all of a sudden it is just different, and you're stepping up and in a new way, right? So this is what I did, and having prayed those prayers, let me love like you love, let me know the heart of God, right? Of goddess. We didn't say goddess back then, but we do now. And becoming a mother was my pathway, right? And so I became a teen mom, and I went off and I did the whole, sleeper agent, moving around the world with a battle buddy, and we had a beautiful life, right? But then something else happened, right? One of those big moments, the tower crashing, and the tower crashing doesn't have to be a big bad thing, Sometimes when you're in it feels like it is, right? It feels like, how can it possibly get any better? Where are my people? How am I going to get through this? It hurts so much, all the stuff. I get it, and I'm not making fun because, I've walked the shadow realms for years, feeling my feelings, and there's something to say about that as well. But we're getting ahead a little. Those tower moments that happen, right? They shift us and they move us into the next. Those separations or the detachments, the cord cuttings, the choices to do things, that resolve, the devotion, whatever it is that clicks in, it moves us into new realms, And so in that awakening process, and the being her now that I was asking to embody, that I was praying to embody, that I was calling in, it saw me moving through a divorce that I never planned for. I didn't consciously manifest, except that I did, because we are all co-creators of our life, and there's so much duality in this world. To say that I didn't ask for it, but I manifested it somehow. That can put us in a big spin out. Why would I do that to myself, right? And so we come back into soul contracts, things that our soul chose to experience in this lifetime, in a growing way, in an expanding way, in a source God, goddess, original creator, feeling and experiencing what it is to be human in every single possible way, in every spectrum, in every aspect that could ever be. Source, soul contracts. And we gotta pop out a minute and talk about what is going on here on planet Earth, in these realms, in the third and fourth dimensional spaces, where you can hug one another's bodies, you can eat foods, you can take naps, and you can do the work and make videos and things like that. And that's the third dimension, right? And the fourth dimensional awareness and space is that collective consciousness that we're all tuned into, right? And it's a place where our energy and our focus and our attention can be fed and nourished, or can be fed on. You hear me? And so we can speak more to that. Questions are welcome. I have questions down here on a piece of paper that people are writing in, wanting to know about, and we can talk about these things. I have people asking me if I'm still married. No, I'm not married, but I am in divine relation and partnership with a beautiful, beautiful soul who I prayed for and is here now with me. Prayers answered. And there's stories, I learned a lot from an almost 20-year marriage. I learned a lot from a half a decade long journey with another beautiful soul. And within that, I see, in what they call hindsight, how I manifested this now moment where I'm talking to you, where I can say that, yeah, my king's here. My king's here. And it's because I decided to, I prayed for, I started taking the steps in life to be her, to be me, to be the one that I know is worthy, the one that God, Goddess, Source, my original creator said, you are worthy to have breath, to have life, to be here on this planet, to experience. You are loved, you are loved, you are loved, you are loved. That her that is worthy to exist, that her that is worthy to speak, to show up, to host circles and MC in entire villages of people, That's how I feel I could do, right? With the microphone, hello planet Earth and all of that. That's the her that I feel to be, that I know that I am. And when I asked to be her, all of that knowing that I prayed for back when I was young started becoming clear to me. And as it became clear to me, it was because, well, I'll say that in a different way. it became clear to me as I started feeling my creations, my manifestations, as I started seeing how my actions, my choices rippled out into the world, reaching others and touching their emotions, touching their fields, the reflections back to me. Anything that comes in abundance is a reflection and resonance, a reflection of resonance, right, of your frequency and vibration. And so, in calling in my divine partner, this is one of the questions. How did you call in your divine partner? Well, I have said, each of my partners in life, each of them that I have done life with have been divine partners, and that is the truth, and that is not to diminish what I have going on now, up in here, they were divine, they are divine beings, sacred sovereign souls who I alchemized through some big life lessons with, right? But how did I call in my divine partner? I got really, really clear on what my check boxes were. And there are many. And so that's why I say you've got to be so tall to ride this ride. You can't even see where I'm reaching. There's so many check boxes, and they're good ones. And y'all, they're chickity checked, and yeah, buddy. I get to co-create life with someone who is prayerful. And for me, that was one of my ultimate prayers back from when I was a kid, back when I was a teenager writing poetry about like this love that I wanted to have. When you know, gosh, that's what a thing to say, right? But it is true. You have the click in. You have the click in, and there, it's a lifelong pathway, y'all. It's not like I reach a certain destination and everything's perfect, right? I still feel the things. I still have family. I still come to places and do work and live life, but I'm doing so now from a place of true choice, of awakened choice, of conscious choice, and it's because of a lifetime of experiences, because prayers answered. And so to kind of move out a little bit more on this journey, this pathway of story time and the mystery of circle, I want to offer us all this. All right. It's easy to just keep going along the planned pathway to do the things that are expected of us, to just keep doing that circular donut spirally motion that keeps us on a pathway that doesn't expand us. And if you're in a life right now, no matter where you are, there's no judgment where you are. Wherever you are in life, know that you're on your perfect pathway. Whether you say words like ascension and I'm awakened, whether you say the woke things and you do the woo things, whatever you're into, you're on an awakening pathway. If you're being human right now, you're on an awakening pathway. Did you know that? We are more than just these bodies. We are more than just our grocery store trips. We are more than just the things we do all day for work and for play and for communion and for circle time. We are more than that. Our consciousness is sourced, and that source, that soul stream that we are connected into is multidimensional. It's multidimensional. And wow, it's such a big thing. It's such a big thing. It's such a big consciousness to be in awareness of, right? And so, one step at a time is how to do it. One tiny moment at a time, one deep breath at a time. There's a lot to move through, as we are releasing all of those things that don't serve us, whether it's physical, whether it's a way of being, a habit, a relationship, a food, all of these things that we know don't serve the highest, healthiest, wisest pathway. It can be hard to release. Sometimes it can feel sticky and rubbly and all of that, but as one of my beautiful teachers says, we're just de-rubbling the lines. We're de-rubbling our lines. We're removing the distortions and bringing things back in harmony and balance. Remembering our wholeness. Some people like to use the word healing. Others are very, very much in opposition to that, saying you are already whole and there's nothing to heal from. You're human, you're a soul, you're source, experiencing life. You're doing an emotional rehab, and so there's nothing to heal. But at the same time, we are humans, and we're feeling the things, and we came here at this time, at this place, through all time and space. Your soul's awake right here listening to this message. And there's a purpose, there's a reason. What that is can only be revealed to you through that inward journey, that tune in to source, channel, heart, center. Your teachers, your gurus, your shifus, they're not here to tell you who you are, other than you are connected to source. They're not here to tell you what planet you came from, who your angels are. They're not in charge of connecting you to these things. You are. Your soul, your ask, your yes is what allows anything and everything into your awareness and your consciousness. And so that can be expansive and as woo as you want it to be. It could be as cosmic and galactic as you want it to be, or it could be as fine-tuned as what I watch on the TV, what I put into my mouth, the people that I hang out with, where I spend my time, how I'm consuming, what I'm doing. We get to choose who we are, what we do, how we be. I very much feel called to share this truth with all of us, that all we have to do is tune in to our source and ask original creator, show me how to connect to you. Allow me to connect to you. Source creator, show me how to hear you, see you, feel you more and more. And the more that you ask that, the more yeses you get, because ask and you shall receive. I prayed a long time ago to feel and know and see the way that Christ feels and knows and sees. And I realize with my heart's eye that Christed light, that Christed consciousness is within all of us. It's a oneness and a unity consciousness. It's a remembrance that we are all connected into the source of all of everything. And anything that tells us differently is a lie. And it is distortion. We can all believe what we want to believe, right? And that's the truth. But you do get to choose. You do get to choose. You get to choose in faith. You get to choose in trust. What is true, what is not true, in your heart. And, we've all got that fuck it bucket, right? That we can even share, You can, if you don't like what I'm saying to you, you can put it right back into my bucket, because it's a stream of consciousness that we trust. What is for you, take it, and what is not, burn it away in your inner fire, Gosh. So that is what we are called to talk about, I suppose. I have pulled some cards. They were for me telling a little story, but animal spirits coming forward today to talk to us. It's a big deal right now to be paying attention to your dreams, both waking and sleeping dreams, you know what I mean? Pay attention to the messages that are coming in. That howl that calls to you in the night at that perfect moment, the song that comes on that feels like, how could it get any better? Perfect timing, you know. The synchronicities that are happening in your life, all of those 1111s that you're seeing, all of those 444s, they mean something. You get to decide. You get to tune in to your team, your stream, your source, your guides, your highest self, your truest truth, and receive clarity on what it is to play this game. You know, what it is to play this game. So animal spirit, one of our greatest allies here on planet Gaia, especially listening in and tuning in when you're out in nature, at the parks, in the woods, in the desert, at the ocean, wherever it is that you are. The squirrels in your backyard have messages for you. They're great teachers. So here we go. Spider spirit, make your dreams real. 56 is our number. Make your dreams real. We are all weaving this web of life together. We are all part of a beautiful web of light. I have a lot of fellow grandmother spirits, fellow spider weavers out there who are doing the good work, and we know that we are stronger together. There's no queen spider, but there is a queen bee. You know what I mean? I love you all. Thank you so much for being here in this circle, in the mystery of it. I'm excited to talk with you more and more. Stay tuned. I've got some more guests coming in. We'll be seeing some of our OGs. We'll definitely be seeing the king up in here. You know what I mean? And it gets funny. I get blushy. And I love you all. Peace and life in abundance,